Okay, folks. Steve the mechanic here, a man and his tools, mobile repair. I'm actually over here at my father-in-law's today, working on his Chevy 2500. He's having a problem with getting it to go back into park. And I got a refresher course for myself in how to adjust the Chevys, because it has been a long time since I've even messed with one of these. I saw the way that this was working with the teeth here, and assumed it was similar to the Ford style adjusters, where you've got an inner collar and an outer collar, and you just press on one and it you can ratchet it back and forth. But the Chevys, that is not the case. This does not move, so don't try to force it, don't mess with it. It's really just a waste of time. So I'm putting the piece back on now that locks it in place. It's just a little U-clip, goes underneath both of these little fins right here that you just compress in, and they allow it to slide back just far enough it comes out of this slot right here. Let me slide that back over so it's protected the way it's supposed to be. And of course this little U piece is fighting me here. Make sure I got it facing the right way. Some of them, this one is the dual taper. Depending on the year, some of them are only tapered on one side, which makes it a little easier to get in because it kind of self-aligns. This one's a little bit more difficult, but just a matter of getting it back up in here. There it goes. Alright, got that through, locked in. And you can see I have the park, or the shift adjuster right now in the cab in the park position. And yet, here's the adjuster for the transmission. Okay, there's reverse, which is pretty much where we're at. There's where park needs to be. You can see we're about an inch short. So there's a couple things you need to check. First of all, the point of adjustment is actually this piece right here. If you follow the cable, it will you'll find it. It's about halfway up the cable on the other side of the frame rail, and then it goes up into the cab. Now there's just a couple things you got to check to make sure that it's not just an adjustment and you don't need to replace a cable. You want to pop off this long piece right here, and then this piece that sits right here, so you can lift up the carpet and check to make sure that this interior cable is in good shape. If your truck has been exposed to a lot of moisture or water, or you have rust issues, chances are good that this is corroded, and if this jacket is broken anywhere, you're going to need to replace the cable, because the jacket has a spiral steel piece inside of it, basically like a really, really compact spring that keeps the cable aligned correctly. And if that is broken, then no matter how much you adjust the cable, it's not going to be able to apply the necessary force. So if that is at all deteriorated or damaged, you're going to have to replace it. Fortunately, shift cables really aren't terribly expensive, but it's going to take you some time, because routing this thing is a royal pain in the butt.